Alrighty guys, how's it going today? Well, we were out here, we made a few passes. And yeah, you see this is kind of dipped down, right? Well, that's because we blew a friggin' tire. So, he's not exactly on there anymore. So I gotta find a friggin' tire. Get out of here, you friggin' wasp. Find a friggin' tire for that. And I'll try and see if I can't get one that's the same size as all these others. Because this side always digs a little bit deeper. Well, when you don't have a tire at all on there, just a steel wheel, it really digs deeper, let me tell you. But it's Saturday, August 2nd or whatever the hell it is, right? Or October, I mean. I wish it was August. So getting that tire fixed locally is going to be a pain in the royal arse. So to hell with it. I'm going to disconnect from that sumbitch, and I'm going to hook up to that sumbitch and see if we can't do something with it. So I might not be, he might not cut into that green stuff out there very well, but he'll definitely chew these friggin' lumps up from where I worked before. So with no more further ado, let's pitter patter and get the hell at her. We'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, well I've been playing out here for a little bit already, and I don't know if you can make it out, but I have done a little bit. I did a couple of rounds here so far. Just working on these headlands right now. The outside rounds, where I tried gaining a couple acres in this field. And it's actually working up pretty good, but if you look out across the ground, you can see where the green is wanting to come back in, and let me tell you, she's bouncy when you cut across that, directly right across that ridge. Woo! She's rough. That's why I haven't been videoing, because you get into this sod lumpy area, wowzers, you want to be hanging on, because she'll bounce you around pretty good. But yeah, we're giving her here, and we'll get it worked up. All of this black ground is gonna stay friggin' black for the fall here. That's the intent anyways. And hopefully we'll get some frost kill on some of this twitch grass weed this fall too. So anyways, where's the machine? There's the machine. That's a 23 foot, it's a white 271 disc, and it's paired up with a New Holland T6050 Plus series. And yeah, we're gonna try and keep this ground black. We'll be working in here for today. CP's at home. She's breaking up some second cut stuff. You guys saw me cutting it down the other day. So she's raking it up, and we'll see what happens. Maybe tomorrow I'll be baling a bunch of that stuff. Here, I'm gonna turn you around if I can. There we go. And if you look here, this is ground that I'm trying to gain back right through here. So I gotta go run over that with the friggin' disc a few times just to chew up all this sod lump. But the whole bloody field is sod lump. And through the bottom there, this draw right through here, I gotta chew that up some more. But yeah. Oh, she's bouncy. She's a bouncy one. Anyways, we'll talk to y'all later. Here's a better view of the green that's coming back. You can see it here. And over there is where I've gone over it with the disc, and she turned black again. But I will have to get the shovels put on the cultivator. Right now it's just too goddamn rough, so the plan is to hit it with the cultivator again and go just a slight bit deeper than what we were when we spiked it. And rip those roots a little bit deeper yet. Get them all rolled up. But we're making dust. And yeah, there's the odd stone that we're going to be hitting too. More so than not. Because she is kind of rocky ground, this stuff that we got here. Anyhow, I'll let y'all go. We're going to keep on trucking. Talk to y'all later. Alrighty, so you guys can see these ridges right here in front of me. And you can see the line, right? Kind of, anyways. All that stuff there is what I've disked so far. And this is what was spiked, obviously. And I'm disking the same direction that we spiked it, just because it's smoother right now. And basically that's all I'm looking at doing, is chewing up some sod lumps and smoothing it out before we come in here with a different application. When I'm going this way, which would be east for all of you guys, I can see my line a lot better than when I'm going the other direction. When I'm going west, I can't hardly see the line at all. And I end up overlapping a little bit. Ain't got no GPS. So I'm driving like a drunk man. How's that sound? That's how CP would freaking say it. You're driving like a drunk man. So when you ain't got no GPS, sometimes the line goes a little wonky, because you're always looking for it, especially with a disc. So anyway, just I point that out, but you can see it does make a difference. You can see it. It doesn't look as rough, right? And that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish here. So, okay, talk to y'all later. Alrighty, guys. Well, look at these windows. Yeah. Big Blue, you can hardly tell what color he's supposed to be for all the dirt. Look at the fenders. Ugh. But for now, he's almost empty on fuelages. So I guess that's it for me for today. I'll go home and fuel things up. Tomorrow I hope to be baling sloughs. So fun, fun, fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later. Well, how y'all doing now? What's happening this morning? Let me know in the comment section. What are we doing this morning? Well, just coming out here to check this slough grass. I'll walk down here where it was a little heavier and see if it'll bale. I'm sure it'll bale. It was pretty much standing dry. But this stuff is dusty, all from the road dust. But it smells all right. So yeah, this stuff will bale. Kind of overcast here today, so it's a little can't really make out the swaths that good in the phone, but it'll be good. It'll be good. Get some of this stuff baled up. Our second cut, on the other hand, well, that's a totally different fucking story. That stuff, it don't want to dry. And I was reading up on some of the grasses in there, the hairy vetch and the sorghum. Hairy vetch is even worse than sorghum from what I was reading, to get it to dry down. So that stuff's not going to be baling today. I'll run you guys down and show it to you maybe a little bit later. I checked it last night on the way home from the field where we were disking, and yeah, it's not very good. CP raked it all up for me yesterday afternoon when I was disking in the other field, and that stuff, it's as if I cut it yesterday even, or the day before I should say. Anyways, we gotta fuel up a tractor. We gotta blow some air filters out because they're really dirty, dusty, and get hooked up to a baler. So I'll let you guys go and we'll bring you back a little bit later. There you go. Old Straight Pipe's got me a sticker to go on my sticker wall. Well, right now we only got 3, but in time, right? Oh, Thomas Camel Towing out of Capel, Thomas Farms out of Tennessee, and Straight Pipe Acres, Indian Head, Saskatchewan. Woo! Right on. He gave one to CP too, but I'm not sure where she's gonna put hers. I told her she's more than welcome to put it on the sticker wall in here in the shop, but whether she does or not, that's a different story. Anyhow, I got him all blowed out. I didn't do the cab filters, I just did all the engine filters and that kind of stuff. So now we'll get over there and get hooked up to the baler and see what kind of damage we can do. And I got a friggin' wasp in my tractor. Look at that bastard. Take that, you bastard. Okay, talk to you guys later. Are you now? Finally. Oh, there. Old Straight Pipe's come over, gave me a hand with getting this guy set up with net. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. That's and that one, it finally tied on its own. We didn't have to hit the manual override. And I think it's just like we said earlier, because it's been like 7 years since this thing has been run on net. We just got to work all the friggin' rusty kinks out of her. But it's so bloody dry, the slew hay is so bloody dry, I'm chaffing it so bloody bad that I think I'm going to come back tonight and bale it when it's tough. But now at least we know it'll actually work on net. Sweet! It's
not hot again either, should be good for the next one.
Awesome. Alrighty, so we got the net working in here, which is nice. We know that it'll work for us. But I had one belt that was ripping out from the straw. So I'm going to take him out and get this all relaced up good and proper. Because I don't need it fucking giving us lots of grief when we start baling here right away. So I'm going to get that out and we'll bring you guys back. Maybe I'll show you how I relace these things. Talk to you in a bit. Alrighty, so here we are. Now we got to cut the belt. And basically I'm going to cut it right along the bottom edge of where this lacing is in here. So right on that line right there. And I got to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to lose an inch. That's basically half an inch. 5/8 is what that is right there. So we'll lose just over an inch, but this belt is probably about 2 inches longer stretched than what the new ones are that we just put on the machine this year. So it's all good. It'll basically be the same length this way. So anyway, I'll get this cut out and then I'll bring you to the next stage. So that's what she looks like when it's cut out. Kind of crappy, but anyways. Some people might say, well, why don't you just take all these teeth out and reuse it? Like this one, for example, right? Because it doesn't look that bad. No, you're right. It doesn't look that bad. But every point where there's a tooth that goes in there, that's a pull point. Look at the backside. You see how it's ripped? So if I go and put new lacing in, it's not going to be as strong in there at those points. That's why you cut that right out and you have fresh belt. So next stage, we bring it over to the bench. And this tool is the lacer. And so, and this, these are belt fasteners by Clipper. And this is a Clipper lacer for 7-inch to 8-inch belt. So I got to cut a chunk off of here, same size as my belt, right? So basically how I do it, basically right like that. And so to there. So I'm going to cut this in between those two teeth right where my thumb is, right there. And that chunk is the piece I'll use. And I'll bring you back in a sec. Alrighty, so I got it cut. And then each one of these teeth fits inside of a slot. On this lacer. See that? See all those little slots there? And then our teeth. So that just goes in. Push it down. Then you put your pin in to hold it in position. If it doesn't slide in all the way, that's because your teeth are not in all the way. Hitting somewhere. Not sure where, but I'm hitting somewhere. What the hell? I gotta take this out. I'll bring you back in a sec. Alrighty, it's in there now. Got my pin in to hold it, just like so. See the pin's all the way out. That's gonna hold all those teeth. I cut my top paper so it's out of the way. Then I just take my belt. And you just get the belt, shove it all the way down in there so it's hitting on the bottom. And make sure you're centered the way you need to be. And it's kind of a two-hand job, because you got to hold it in there and then crank your vise shut. So this is just a benchtop lacer. So I'll let you guys go and I'll start cranking, and once I got it snugged in there, I'll bring you back. Okay, so we got it started in. You can see how it's grabbing there now, inside there. So basically, all you're doing is just cranking your vise tight, and it gets really tight. And then when I'm done with the vise, then I take it out and I do more to them. Alrighty, let's get this completed. Okay, so see how it billows out a little bit? Didn't go in very good on the one side. This side's not bad, but this side I didn't pinch it in quite as hard. So what I generally do, I'll set it on this hunk of steel and take the old trusty hammer and I'll pound them in tighter. So we'll get at her. There. Now that it's pounded in, you can see that's a lot tighter. And see that side? It's a whole lot tighter. Looks a whole lot better that way. So now all we got to do is the other end of our belt, because it was ripping out from both sides. So we'll get this side done and she'll be ready for install. We'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, so I got the belt all weaved back in the baler, and that's what it looks like right there. So I'm actually off a bit by 1 link. I should have had it shifted over just a little tiny bit. I could pull that out and redo it. It's not that big a deal. That 1 little 1/8 of an inch or whatever ain't that big a deal, but I think I'll redo it. And I was looking and I see my blue pin. So what I call the pin, this stuff right here, that's what holds it all together. on this brand new belt that we just put on. See here, there's an inch of it missing. See that? And it's broke on the end over here. So I'm gonna pull that one out and put a new pin in there. Okay, bring it back in a bit. Alrighty, well, there you go, guys. Yeah, belts are all laced in, new lacings. So we're good to go. So I'm gonna have some friggin' lunch. I think it's like mid-afternoon already. So give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Thank you to Straight Pipe Acres for coming over and helping me out with that baler to get it set up on net wrap. And fun. You guys go check out Straight Pipes. Make sure you check him out and subscribe to his channel and let him know that I sent you over there. Again, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you all later. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're baling this second cut stuff, and I should have tightened the rake up to make a tighter swath. So we got a gap right in the middle. But CP came out and she did this, and I didn't tighten it up. And see that bale? It's got a little dip in the center of it. That's why. But still, what a sweet looking bale. Like, oh, my. That is a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty, I say. Back you up a bit. It's dry, it's dusty, and we're baling. But this stuff isn't shattering out as bad as that friggin' slew hay. That hairy vetch was borderline, and everything else was relatively quite dry. So I think they'll keep. Hey, it's October. It's only like a month and we'll be feeding these things. They can sweat as far as that goes. So anyway, we're gonna get this stuff baled off because I want to get the friggin' cattle out here. They need to get out here. There really isn't much out there for them. There's still grass out in that bush pasture, in the heavy bush, but it's old, it's dead, it's they don't want it. How's that sound? It's not great grass, but this would be a lot better for them just the same. They can graze out here for a while. So we're baling, and that is bale, basically that would be bale number 3, because we did the opening rounds there a couple weeks ago when we did the green feed oats. So, or better yet, that would be like bale number 2, because we had roughly half a bale on that side and then half a bale on this side. So bale number 2, that one. So here we go. Let's see how many we get off of here now for the second cut. Talk to y'all later. Alrighty, guys, so we've got the net working, except we got to get in there and investigate what the fuck is going on, because every second bale, it's getting picked up. The net is getting caught in one of the net feed rolls, or whatever you want to call them darn things, because it weaves around three different rolls, and then it goes in through the duck bill, which then runs it onto the bale, and it's getting caught up in there on the one side, and it's screwing with the net on the one side. Every second bale I have trouble. So I just switched it back to twine, because I know that part of it works, and if the twine is not going on, I can see it, where if the net does not go on, I have no idea until I actually kick the freaking bale out. I can see the net roll turning on the one side, but if it's not feeding all the way across properly, like that one right there, then it's getting caught up, and we gotta figure that out. So right now we've got 2 bales that look like that one, where the one side, the net tore up on it. And 1 bale in the slew hay where it did the same thing. And we've made, what, 8 bales out here or so? Maybe not even 8, might be only 6. Let's find out. Bales. Oh shit, 5. Okay, 5 bales. Working on number 6 right now as we speak. So yeah, there's got to be a rough edge there on that roll that it's catching the friggin' net. And I want this stuff baled before it gets too friggin' dark. So I just switched it back to twine. Anyway, fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all maybe tomorrow. Alrighty, one more short little tiny clip for you guys. Total count on that second cut gamble crop was 9 bales. 8 bales from today, 1 from before. So 9 total. Plus 33 that we made on the first cut. So that's 42, right? So 42 bales in total, which puts us, what, at just under a bale and a half an acre. 30 acres. So yeah, just under a bale and a half, about a bale and a quarter an acre. So that ain't so bad. I can live with that. Definitely got our money back out of it. And will I do it again? Not that particular kind. I'll probably try and do something up of my own concoction, so to speak. Anyway, gonna let y'all go. And we'll see what happens. Fun. Let's get her done.